The next type of special product we're going to take a look at is squaring a binomial. Now, we need to take a look at what this means. The number one thing I see people doing is they say, oh, there's a 2 on the outside, let's go ahead and distribute it. So this is so important, even I am writing it down. And I want you to write, do not, emphasize the not, distribute the exponent. You cannot simply square the a and square the 9. It doesn't work that way. So if you think about what you've learned about exponents through the years, if we have, say, we'll use the numbers in the problem. If you have 9 and you square it, 9 squared is equal to 9 times 9. That's what it means. Likewise, a squared is equal to a times a, which means also that if we have a plus 9, the quantity squared, it doesn't mean a squared plus 9 squared. It means we're going to take a plus 9 and square it, which means we're going to take a plus 9 times a plus 9. So that being said, I'm going to use the box method for this one because I feel like switching it up this time. We have a plus 9 up across the top, and we have a plus 9 down the side. Make our box. A times a is a squared. 9 times a is 9a. 9 times a is still 9a, hasn't changed yet, and 9 times 9 is 81. So when we go ahead and combine our like terms, the resultant is a squared plus 9a plus 9a, which is 18a, because we have our diagonal terms will almost always be alike, plus 81, which this is our final answer. So you can square a, you can square 81, but you also have to put them together and double it. Now we have 4 minus c, the quantity squared. And what this means this time is we're taking 4 minus c times 4 minus c. So when we use the box method, oops, I apologize there. We have 4 minus c and 4, and I'm going to keep the minus with the c so I don't forget about it. 4 times 4 is 16. Minus c times 4 is minus 4c. 4 times minus c is minus 4c. And minus c times minus c is plus c squared. So now when I go ahead and combine my like terms and put it in standard form, I get c squared minus 4c, which is minus 8c, and plus 16. That last piece, we now have a word problem. We have a square deck that's x plus 3 units long on each side. You're expanding it by a factor of 4. What is the area in standard form of the new deck? So if we draw a picture of this, got our square deck. I realize that's not a square, but forgive me. Square deck, x plus 3 units on each side. And we're expanding that by a factor of 4. Factor means multiply. So I'm going to be taking this x plus 3 and expanding it by a factor of 4. And then I'm going to multiply it by the other side. So when I do that, if I go ahead and distribute my 4 to both terms, I get 4x plus 12. So I'm going to take 4x plus 12, and area is length times width. However, what we know is that a square, the length and the width are the same, which is meaning that the same thing we're going to do is 4x plus 12, the quantity squared. So I'm going to rewrite this out. 4x plus 12 times 4x plus 12. I'm going to give myself a little bit more room to work with here. And this time I'm going to use the FOIL method. So I'm going to take my first terms. 4x times 4x is 16x squared. 4x times 12 is 48x. Times plus 12 times 4x, which is 48x. Plus 12 times 12, which is 144. So then when I combine my like terms in the middle, these are both positive, so they won't drop out. We get 16x squared plus 96x, because 48 plus 48 is 96, plus 144 units squared, or square units, because that was the label that was put on it. Your job now is to go ahead and complete these U-Try problems and bring your questions with you to class tomorrow.